Hello and welcome to another episode of Leatherneck Insider. I'm Caden Strenz.
And I'm Aiden Dursine. We're kicking things off with this week with our very own Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week award. Levi Meyerhofer spoke with this week's winner.
What's up, Leatherneck fans? I'm Levi Meyerhofer here with this week's Athlete of the Week. Once again, it's Richard Lynn Francois of the tennis team. Richard Lynn, congratulations on winning this week. Once again, we spoke a little bit over a month ago, right before conference play started, and right now you guys are rolling through the OVC. How is the team dynamic, and what do you see as your role on the team within that atmosphere?
We just try to help each other on and off the court. We're really supportive, and we're like each other's little best friends, and just like we play for each other, believing that each and one of us can go out there and compete, and we try to cheer on each other to make sure like they're not alone, that we will always be with them. And my role is like I just go out there and play and compete and just remember God gave me a talent, and I just need to go out there and just play the sport that he introduced me to.
Yeah, and you guys are doing a fantastic job with that atmosphere out there. Fun to watch. Coach Ogren had some great words about you to hype you up. What can you say about how he's helped you and your team find success this season?
I mean, I really appreciate him. I'm so grateful for Coach. He's really amazing. He helps me on and off the court. He kind of knows what I deal with and just help me, and each and one of us on the team, he knows how to talk to us, which makes us like have a little more confidence knowing that he believes in us and he motivates us and just like support us and tells us that we got this and we will be good in the future, and it will happen.
Yeah, and again, he had some great words. We're going to hear those in just a minute here on Leatherneck Insider. Tell us a little bit about how you feel before a competition. Take us through what goes through your head. What kind of pregame or pre-competition routines do you have before a match?
I try to find a good routine for me. Usually, especially during fall, I used to overthink a lot before my match, and now I just try to like not focus on the match, not focus on the player. I just go and focus on the ball, my feet, and just like remind myself that I can fight, I can compete really well. So I just try to do a little exercise with the balls and just like go around and then focusing on it. And I also have this paper sheet where I write like what my goals are going to the match, and it's like keep fighting and never give up and just believing that you got this with God. And I just like remind myself that I can do everything with God if it's possible, and he has a plan for me, and whatever is meant to happen is meant to happen. I just need to go out there and compete, which is what I do basically.
Yeah, and so good luck this week as you round out conference play, and you got the conference tournament coming up. Good luck, continued success on the court. Once again, with this week's Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week, Richard Lynn Francois, I'm Levi Meyerhofer, and this is Hoff, signing off.
Thanks, Levi, and congrats to Richard Lynn Francois. Head coach Luke Ogren also had some very strong praise about Francois and the team so far this season.
Yeah, Richie's been great. She started out playing 4 and 5 in the lineup for us, and just didn't lose. And now she's been playing better and better as we've gone. Obviously, I've moved her up to 1 now, and she is still winning. So, yeah, she's incredible. She's been working hard. She's been battling through some injuries, but still finding ways to win. So it's been a huge performance from her, and honestly, the rest of the team as well. Kind of the whole team has started to trend in the right direction. So it's been a huge step for us.
The team is hosting Tennessee State this weekend for Senior Day. But that's not the only thing at stake, though, this weekend. The tennis team has clinched a 2 seed in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament, but there is a chance that they could clinch a share of the OVC. The Leathernecks would need to beat Tennessee State this weekend, while SEMA would need to lose to Lindenwood. Either way, though, what a turnaround for the tennis team. Entering this season, the team had not won a conference match since 2018. Congrats on what has been an impressive season for the tennis team and second-year coach Luke Ogren. The WIU baseball team has not had the season they've wanted so far, but there is still one bright spot on the team. Leatherneck Insider reporter Kobe Blackmon got a chance to speak with outfielder Liam Bushy, who leads the team in hits.
On March 7th, WIU baseball picked up their 7th win of the season, snapping an 8-game losing streak. They would get that win over Tennessee Tech 8-1. I got a chance to speak with outfielder Liam Bushy on his thoughts.
Just by taking it one day at a time. So obviously, we've been on a losing streak. The biggest thing for yesterday was forgetting about everything else, taking it one day at a time, and we're just gonna keep doing that every game and see what the results will do.
But she also leads the team with 40 hits. He reflects on how he stays consistent.
I just try the same thing, keep it one day at a time. I try to stay in the moment. I don't try to think about anything else but when I'm doing that plate appearance, and it helps just to reset and keep everything consistent.
But she also highlights how the team chemistry helps day to day.
Our team's great. It's so fun to go to the field every day. We all get along really well, and yeah, we're just trying to take it one day at a time and focus on the goal.
I'm Kobe Blackmon, report from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe. The Leathernecks are on the road taking on the UT Martin Skyhawks this weekend in a 3-game series.
Now switching diamonds, last weekend, the Leatherneck softball team took on Tennessee State in a 3-game series. In the first game, the Leathernecks lost 7-3. Maria Luna had a home run in the 6th inning to keep it close, but ultimately the Leathernecks came up short. In the second game, the Leathernecks once again kept it close but fell to the Tigers 7-5. The Leathernecks played well offensively but struggled from the circle. Now moving on to the second day, and for the last game, the Necks were able to turn things around and where records would be tied. Leatherneck Insider reporter Kobe Blackmon has more with the story.
WIU softball has an overall record of 9-26. And last weekend, records were tied where Peyton Brown tied the single-game home run record with 3 against Tennessee State. I got a chance to catch up with her.
I mean, it was obviously very exciting, that game was just full of excitement, full of energy. We had a bunch of big hits, especially all the way throughout our lineup. The home runs, Riley's home run. I know Riley's hit at the very end, and we were just filled with energy, like all the pumped up spirits, throughout the entire game. Seemed like our lineup was just hot throughout the entire game, and, just being able to come on and get that run rule win was really fun.
Brown also reflects on the importance of hard work pays off.
I would just say the preparation and the hard work. Especially as a college athlete, and even when I was in high school, just that constant putting in work, whether that be hitting or fielding or, even if it's just getting a couple swings off of the tee, just that constant work ethic of, go in, put in the work, and those results will show later.
Brown also emphasizes the seamless move from Illinois State to here at Western.
My transfer here has been absolutely amazing. Guller and the entire coaching staff, as well as the players, were very, very welcoming and just immediately made me feel supported and loved right off the bat. And kind of that culture, that new culture that we've been trying to create this year, gives you that extra ounce of support, that extra ounce of, I have people behind me, I have people that have my back. It's been amazing.
I'm Kobe Blackmon, reporter from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe. The Leathernecks are back in action today and tomorrow, taking on Lindenwood in St. Charles, starting at 12 today. Good luck, Leathernecks.
Well, Aiden, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll have more on the golf teams.
And our very own Caleb Mays joins us for the Upsettler. You guys gotta stay tuned.
Taking me home.
Here, I engineer the future.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I have countless opportunities.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I do research.
Right here at Western.
Welcome back to the Leatherneck Insider. The WIU men's golf team hosted the WIU Intercollegiate in Silvis, Illinois last weekend, coming away with a second-place finish. Owen Howe and Mateo Rascon led the way with top 10 performances. Howe placed 4th overall, shooting 5 over with 6 birdies across the final 2 rounds. Rascon finished tied for 7th, shooting 7 over. Other team scores include Baptiste Labiri shooting 11 over, Nathan Tillman shooting 20 over, and Luke Lofgren shooting 44 over. Tegan Hull, Baden Hubacher, and Maverick Schwab all shot individually in the tournament. Hull shot 25 over, Hubacher shot 28 over, and Schwab shot 30 over. The men's team heads to the Arkansas State National Invitational on Monday, April 14th.
The WIU women's golf team enters the postseason with some great individual showings this past weekend, with one golfer finishing in the top 3 in 2 separate meets. The fifth-year student Olivia Kerr led the way for the Leathernecks at the WIU Intercollegiate with a final score of 9 over, which landed her in second place, just one stroke behind first place. Kerr's best performance last season came at the WIU Intercollegiate, where she finished 7th overall, shooting 15 over. Abby Hunter led the way at the Stampede at the Creek, following up Kerr with a third-place finish. Her best round came day 1, where she shot 1 over par and led the field. Hunter finished just 2 strokes short of first place. The team heads off to the OVC Championship Tournament tomorrow in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
It's now time for the upset alert. Caleb Mays joins us to discuss Monday's championship against the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars. Caleb, the floor is yours.
Welcome back to the upset alert. And for the final time this season, we have in-game action to discuss. The national championship was played on Monday, April 7th, and it was for all stakes and purposes an instant classic, with Florida taking the crown. We're going to take a look at how the metrics really broke down that helped Florida come back from down 12, the third most ever, to claim the crown over Houston. After a hard-nosed first half, Houston proceeded to take over in the beginning stages of the second, and with 15 minutes, 48 seconds to play in regulations, the Cougars held a 42-30 lead after an 11-2 run, with a 93.8% win probability. Florida led the game for a total of 62 seconds. That's it. The Gators grabbed an 8-6 lead with over 15 minutes to play in the first half, and after that, it was all Houston until Elijah Martin sinked a free throw to give Florida a 64-63 lead with 46 seconds to play left in the game. Houston would also win the turnover battle 13-9 in this one, and they held Walter Clayton, who had previously scored 30-plus in back-to-back games, to just 3 of 10 from the field and 1 of 7 from 3. All of the metrics panned out for Houston to win this one, but when it mattered most, how ironic it was that it came down to a loose ball, something that Houston's practice drills have gone viral for in recent days, recovered by Florida. The unlikeliest things become reality in the big dance, and this game just proved it. An instant classic through and through. Congratulations to the Florida Gators out of the SEC for winning their 3rd national title, and questions still remain for where Kelvin Sampson's Houston program can go from here. That's all the time we have for today, but the portal is open and the college basketball never stops. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Caleb and Aiden. 62 seconds with the lead Florida had on Monday. That's just crazy. They came away with the win.
Yeah, no, absolutely unbelievable, and just talks about the program that Todd Golden just ran, that they never gave up. And huge congratulations to Golden, being the youngest coach ever to win a national championship.
Yeah, impressive stuff there. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we head out to the soccer field.
And we'll also take a deeper look at the latest with the track and field team. We'll be back here after the break.
Not W? It's not W, it's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say right. Yeah, we've been there.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on? They haven't said anything. So we're ready to go. We can start.
Hello everyone, I am Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane Mackley. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
Glad you're with us here on Leatherneck Insider. The WIA women's soccer team is wrapping up their spring season with a game here in Macomb today at 2 p.m. Leatherneck Insider reporter Ben Palaka caught up with women's soccer new head coach Ross Henderson.
WIU women's soccer recently hired a new head coach, Ross Henderson, and he is wasting no time to get to work with his new team with spring season in progress right now. Coach Henderson shares his goals he wants to get out during the spring season.
Yeah, kept them pretty simple, to be honest. We can't address everything that we need to address. So simple structure, application, discipline aspects of how a program should be run, in my opinion, and really just getting to know the ladies quickly so that we can find the balance of the coaching student-athlete relationship so that I can get the best out of them. Being a defensive-minded coach, I wanted to tighten up our defense a little bit as a unit, and I think we have shown that through our games so far. And yeah, again, didn't want to address too much. A lot of it was mindset and how we address practices, game day, what we are doing outside of it to best prepare ourselves for to be the best that we can be moving forward into the fall.
Coach Henderson says he loves competition in every position, including goalkeeper.
I want competition in every position, so we've got two very capable keepers coming in. It's really clean slate. Ariel has certainly impressed me throughout this spring, and so yeah, admittedly being the only eligible keeper right now, she has the spot, but I'm very much an advocate for competition in positions all over the field, so I'm looking at that for my keepers coming in to compete. And yeah, at the end of the day, I want players on the field that are committed to what we're doing and can apply the coaching and what we want. So it's almost clean slate as far as the squad and personnel.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Ben Polanka.
The Leathernecks will be back in action for the fall semester. Can't wait to see the progress they've made.
WIU track rises to success at the Bilkin Alumni Invite with multiple podium finishes. Caitlin Baker started things up with the Leathernecks claiming first place in the 400-meter hurdles with a time of 1 minute 20.48 seconds. In the 800-meter, Sean Hutzbath earned fourth place with 1 minute 59.28 seconds. Switching to the field events, Cage Davison claimed first place in the long jump with a leap of 6.38 meters, and Garrison Murray took third with a jump of 5.87 meters. The women's sides, Brooke Boehm earned second place in the long jump with a mark of 4.99 meters, while Franco Wheel Restrepo took second in the shot put with a throw of 10.6 meters. Leathernecks hope to continue their success at the University of Kansas for the Kansas Relays, beginning Thursday, April 17th. Stick around, we got national news and All In with Kobe and Caleb coming up next.
Western Illinois University. Our beginnings in 1902 focused on providing affordable teacher education training. We've changed with the times and excelled through the years. Today, Western is positioned for the next 100 years and beyond. Affordability of diverse academic programs, outstanding learning opportunities, and hands-on experiences provide excellent job placement for our graduates. This is Western, forever Western.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Welcome back to Leatherneck Insider. This week, top golfers make their way to Augusta, Georgia, where one golfer will come away with the green jacket. Scotty Scheffler will look to defend his green jacket for the second time in 3 years, as he is the projected favorite entering the tournament. The Masters will be highlighted with talented golfers such as John Rahm, Justin Thomas, as well as 25-year-old phenom Ludwig Aberg. You can watch the Masters all weekend on CBS. The tournament wraps up tomorrow.
Yeah, I just hope my favorite golfer, Tommy Fleetwood, I hope he gets his first win. Earlier this week, the Denver Nuggets shockingly fired their longtime head coach Mike Malone just 1 week before the regular season ended. Malone coached the Nuggets to their first ever championship in 2023 and has made it to the postseason for 7 straight years. The Nuggets are once again slated to make the playoffs, so this is all shockingly. They are currently in 4th place in the West. David Adelman will take on the role as interim head coach for the remainder of the season.
Glad to see our friend Kobe Blackmon off the injured list this week, as it's time for All In with Kobe and Caleb. Let's see what they've got for this week.
Welcome you to the 7th segment of All In with Kobe and Caleb. We missed you all last week, but we are back, and Caleb, March Madness wrapped up. Caleb, is there any team you felt like underperformed, disappointed? What's your story for March Madness?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Rick Pitino's St. John's. You know, I thought they were gonna get at least to the Sweet 16, but they got knocked off by Arkansas in the round of 32. And I think it's pretty funny that we're standing up here talking about that, because in our tournament challenge, you had them going all the way and winning it all. So I just thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, they underperformed for sure.
Yeah, they were definitely. I agree. Definitely underperformed. And for me, it's gonna be Auburn. What a turnaround from last year. Got knocked out by Yale in the first round. And to start this year, they were flying on the plane. The plane landed, had to land back down on the tarmac. And I thought it was just another down season, but made it to the Final Four. Lost to a very good Florida Gators team. And Caleb, why not all-in top 5 for March Madness as we start off? Michigan versus Texas A&M, second round. Wolf, the 7-1 center, with a beautiful pass to find a Roddy Gale Jr.
I got Kelvin Sampson's inbound play in the Sweet 16. We got Uzan to Tugler, back to Uzan. He's going to put it right back in for the Sweet 16 victory.
Yeah, and Michigan State turned the defense into offense. Cohen Carr slamming it down, which he's pretty much been doing all there. As you see that dunk with the athleticism for him.
Here we're going to have Tahad Pettiford get stripped, and we're going to have Elijah Martin take the loose ball. He's going to clear the runway and throw it down over 2 Auburn defenders.
And for the number 1 spot, Final Four, Houston getting the defensive steal on the inbounds play, get an open shot behind the arc. But what a clean-up dunk for Joseph Tugler. Caleb, we saw those plays, definitely one of the better March Madness. Is there any other highlights you like or any other thoughts for this year March Madness?
Yeah, highlights that weren't included is when Emmanuel Sharp had 3 threes in 2 minutes against Tennessee. I think that was a pretty good highlight reel, but it's hard to fit those in. But yeah, it was a great March Madness. I loved it. March Madness is obviously the best sports tournament in the world, and it has been for a very long time, and I enjoyed it. So,
yeah, and that's going to wrap it up for this segment of All In with Kobe and Caleb. Have a great weekend, Macomb, and make sure you stay all in this week.
Glad to see you back on the active roster, Kobe. We need him the rest of the year, Aiden.
Definitely.
As we mentioned at the beginning of the show, Senior Day is this Saturday for the tennis team. And here's a message from Coach Luke Ogren.
Yeah, I mean, hottest team in the conference right now, it seems. So now's the time to come watch. It's our last home match. Obviously, we've had a good season so far and have a chance to do something pretty special here that we haven't done before. So definitely a good time to come watch. We're going to plan on having a good performance again this weekend and then move forward into the tournament.
You heard the man. Show out for Senior Day this Saturday, and good luck to the Leathernecks. That's going to wrap up this episode of Leatherneck Insider. Stay connected with us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at InsiderWIU. For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Caden Strunz.
And I'm Aiden Derstein. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here, same time, same place, next week, here on Leatherneck Insider. Have a great day.